Welcome again to the 2016 Easykart UK Championships, and this week we're at the beautiful Gors Park circuit in North Wales. Picturesque and action-packed. Easykart Cadet up first, so let's catch up with some of the characters on the grid, starting with Rowan Campbell-Pilling. We asked him to tell us about his experiences at Ella Park last time out.
It was quite challenging. I had contact with Jamie Gurney, but put that out of your mind.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about before you came to karting. I understand that you did some trail riding, some bike riding. Talk to me about that.
Well, I got British champion, and we travelled all over the country, down to Kent, up to Glasgow, and even to Barcelona.
What about today's track, the Glan Gors? You've been out this morning a couple of times. What's it been like on the track for you?
Quite challenging. I've got pushed off once, but I'll put that out of my mind again and just can go forward from there.
And how do you think you're going to get on in the race this afternoon?
Well, it's unpredictable with Easykart because it's all very fair, so I'm going to go with quite good.
So Ella, for any young girls watching who may be thinking about karting, tell us what you love so much about Easykart.
I like it because it's fast and it's great, and it's also a good idea to give you a head start for when you're older to make you feel better driving.
At Teesside Round 2, you started 17th and finished 4th and got the fastest lap. What do you have to do here at GYG to get into the top 3?
I have to qualify really well, and I have to have lots of good starts to get a good race.
Christian, your first win was a long time coming, 4 years, but not only a win but a dominating performance. How did you feel on the way home? What were your crew saying to you?
Well, my parents, my dad and my mum, they were phoning me, or my mum was, my dad was in the car with me. My uncle was just saying, well done, wow. We've never got such a big result with such little editing with the engine. So it was all really happy on the way home.
And why do you think you were so dominant at Ella? What did you do different?
Well, that's just my special track, I suppose. I mean, 3 years earlier, I got my first podium, and I don't know, I'm good there.
And you're now third in the championship. Glan Gors this weekend. Can you win again?
Well, last few years I've always had bad luck here, but I've always been on the pace. So it's a good chance, but I'm not going to press my luck. I'm not going to say yeah.
And you've obviously got a good team behind you, your dad and your uncle. Why are they so special?
Well, my dad did motorbiking, so he knows all the tricks with the engine, and my uncle, he was British champion, and Fullerton tuned his engines personally. He raced with Senna as well.
Great to hear from Christian Lilly and Ella Stevens, both of them starting in the top 4 this time out, but the pole sitter is the E-plate, Oliver Gray. Then it's Lilly alongside, Stevens is alongside Kylan Ingram, Louis Ross and Oscar Blanchard on the third row from Harvey, Whitehouse, Campbell-Pilling and Freddie Bates. Then we have Ty, Reed, Gurney, Brierley and Milo Pilfold rounding out the grid, so it should be interesting to see a few drivers fighting their way through from the tail end. Charlie, let's see them go through the first corner. Is it nice and clean this time? Yes, just about, and the E-plate, Oliver Gray, has already broken clear. Absolutely fantastic start from him as he already starts to get away from Christian Lilly. Ella Stevens is down to 4th position. We're on board with her now. That's Kylan Ingram in front, round the outside. This is going to be brave if Ella can hold this. Round the outside. Yes, she's done it. Beautiful overtake on the outside there on the first lap, and that puts her into 3rd place behind Oliver Gray in the lead and Christian Lilly in 2nd place. Ella Stevens definitely growing in confidence, and a move like that will definitely show people what she's made of. Back on board, this is Rowan Campbell-Pilling now, and in front of us that's Tom Harvey. So let's see what Harvey can do to hold him off. Rowan Campbell-Pilling getting faster all the time. Back on board with Stevens, trying to reel in the two leaders. Definitely a competitor at the front. We've not seen Ella Stevens hit the top step of the podium yet this year, but she's definitely getting closer to it. Christian Lilly, though, he won last time out at Ella Park, and he has the chance to do it again. They always say you get your first big win on the major stage, it opens the floodgates to more and more. Oscar Blanchard, though, 5th position. He's got a chance as up the inside goes Kylan Ingram. Ingram makes the move to 3rd position and gets back Ella Stevens just 1 lap on from where Ella got him back. That is Kylan Ingram we're looking at. Best result so far was 3rd 3 rounds ago. Ella Stevens getting a little close to Kylan Ingram under braking. Didn't quite make contact. Out through the far end of the circuit. This brilliant triple right apex and down the hill through the left. It's a very difficult corner to get right because you have to brake twice, once on the way in and a little blip midway through the corner because it tightens on the way out. Tom Harvey through the final turn, down the short stretch, and then back into the first corner, flat on the throttle if you get the line right. Ella Stevens right back on the tail of Kylan Ingram. She's practically breathing exhaust fumes down the straight. Up on the inside, Kylan's not going to give her a lot of room. Back to the inside, and again, Ingram shutting the door beautifully there. Not easy to get by as we go back on board with Rowan Campbell-Pilling. That's the 84 going through. Back to the inside goes Milo Pilfold. He's the rookie, of course, don't forget, running in 2nd in the championship, but he retired in the pre-final, so he had to start the race from the back of the grid, and he's fighting his way through rapidly. Here's Blanchard having a look at the inside of Stevens. Has he got through? Yes. No, not quite. Sorry, I thought he managed to get the move done, but Ella Stevens shut the door beautifully. Pilfold now makes the move up the inside, first on Harvey, then on George Whitehouse. Good moves there from Pilfold, and we've got a front row seat. George Whitehouse, the kart in front of the one ahead of us, 4th of the last round, and he's making good progress as the season progresses. So up the hill, once again, to the far end of the circuit. Now, what can Ella Stevens do this time about Kylan Ingram? There to the inside line, beautifully done, shuts the door nicely. She's back in a 3rd position, but all that squabbling between these 3, Stevens, Ingram and Blanchard, has left the other 2 up in front. Both Gray and Lilly get away, so they're going to have to work together if they want to get close to these guys. There is the E-plate, Oliver Gray. Such an incredibly talented young boy, this one. Plain white helmet, does his talking on the racetrack usually, and he's very, very good at it. But Christian Lilly starting to become the full package now, and it used to be that Oliver Gray would get into the distance of races and stretch out an advantage. Not anymore, not now that Christian Lilly seems to have broken this winning form and got himself into a good position. That last round will definitely start to reap rewards, and here he goes. He's got exactly the right position on the racetrack to be, which is planted on the gearbox of Oliver Gray's kart. He just needs to sit there and allow Oliver to do all the hard work to cut through the air on his own, and he'll reserve energy in that car. This is Rowan Campbell-Pilling again starting to shape up to Tom Harvey as they go through the double left in the middle part of the circuit. George Whitehouse is now having a look at Freddie Bates, but Freddie Bates is not going to give him any space. Through the first of the 3 apexes of the right, then tight into the left. Here we go. Tightens up. Back to the right-hander. Devil's elbow. Through the left again. And we go back to the leaders. Stevens now in 3rd position, as we know. Blanchard's got through into 4th position. In 6th place now. That is the 55 of Louis Ross. And that's the 84 getting a warning. Now that is Milo Pilfold, the man flying through the field rapidly. But he's been given a warning flag. I wonder, is that for track limits, or do they feel he had contact somewhere? Well, Freddie Bates was 4th in the opening round of the championship, the 8 card. You might have just seen him as Rowan Campbell-Pilling's just been passed by Dylan Reed, but Bates wasn't at Ella Park, so he's having to play catch up a little bit in the points. Dylan Reed, running 4th in the championship, has made his way past Rowan Campbell-Pilling. There's some very talented kids in this grid, but there could be a few more. If you're watching for the first time and you've got a youngster, or you are a youngster, and you're thinking, I could do as good as that, well, the Easykart Cadet Academy is coming up over the summer. 3 dates in August. They're all midweek, so take advantage of the school holidays. The telephone number on your screen. £20 for the day gets you a 15-minute session on track, tuition, all the gear in terms of race suit, helmet, gloves, you name it. It's all being provided for you. But I'm going to tell you all now, you better be ready for a challenge, because my daughter could well kick you all into the dirt. So as soon as she gets wind of it, I'm not going to have a choice. She's going to be right there in that academy. Down the straight, though, Ella Stevens is the fast girl on it at the moment. Under some pressure right now from Oscar Blanchard through the carousel and up to the triple right-hander, the complex. the compression complex. Dylan, oh, that's Freddie Bates! Freddie Bates in trouble, and there's nowhere for Rowan Campbell-Pilling to go, but into the back of him. It seemed like Freddie Bates was having a mechanical failure, and poor Rowan Campbell-Pilling completely unsighted. Not anybody's fault there at all, just one of those things. Let's look. Dylan Reed almost got caught up in it as well. Look, just in front. Freddie Bates, hand in the air. The cart's failing, and Rowan Campbell-Pilling desperately trying to get out of the way, but there's nowhere for him to go, and he ends up kissing the back end of the cart. It pirouettes around, and Freddie Bates' day ends a few hundred meters earlier than it would have done already. He might be able to recover if it wasn't a mechanical issue, but it certainly takes him out of contention. Meanwhile, Christian Lilly on the tail of Oliver Gray as they go up to the compression complex through the first right. Holding the throttle through the second. Then you blip the throttle here through the third, and the third one takes a long time. Here's the battle for third position again. Ellis Stevens, there you go. Now hit the brakes, then carry the energy and the speed through the left-hander. Back to Pitts Bend we are with the leaders, and into Paddock Hill Bend. We should be able to see these guys for quite a while. Look at the gap they've built up, though, between Ellis Stevens, Oscar Blanchard, and the number 10, Kylan Ingram behind, fighting for third position, these three. Here we go, up Dragon Straight. Very, very fast part of the course this. A blind brow through the quick right flick. You lose at least 500 revs per minute just going over that little bump. Then we've got the spoon curve. Down Damon Hill, up towards the carousel once again. And look, defending like crazy, Ellis Stevens, to hold on to that third position. I think they've all realised that we're not going to catch these guys up in front. There's less than 5 minutes to go now, and these two have just checked out. So we may as well scrap over third position. That's the best we can hope for right now. Christian Lilly is just doing everything he needs to, sits in second position. He doesn't need to overtake at this point. It's actually more beneficial for him to allow Oliver Gray to do all the hard work out in front and cut through the air on his own. He's wearing out his cart more than Lilly is. Lilly just popping out a little bit as Blanchard, they seem to have got a little bit of a way in front of Kylan Ingram now. Ingram is still there in fifth position, but Blanchard just pushing Stevens a little further forward to get away. Both of these guys rookies, don't forget, in third and fourth place. And not only are they fighting for a podium spot, they're also fighting to be the best of the rookie drivers. And there's quite a few decent rookies in this field. Milo Pilfold, don't forget, fourth in the championship. Rowan Campbell-Pilling, we've seen him battling earlier. Dylan Brierley and Nathan Tye, rookies in this field as well. And after that academy in the summer, we could well have a few more, even as early as the season finale. You never know. So down through Devil's Elbow, back with the leaders, into Paddock Bend once again. Lilly's dropping a little bit back from Oliver Gray. He can't afford to let him get too far away. Fifth position, well, sixth position now, sorry, is Milo Pilfold. He's got in front of Louis Ross. Then it is the 53 of Tom Harvey in that triumvirate of karts. Back to third position, Ellis Stevens. He's under some serious pressure from Blanchard, and Kylan Ingram has actually managed to catch them both up. He's dropped back a little bit to come at them from a distance. Lilly's leading. Lilly has got past Oliver Gray. I didn't see where he made that move, but Christian Lilly has got himself into the lead with 3 minutes to go. Now, has he gone a little bit too early here? Because Oliver Gray now has the advantage. He's going to shoot straight back up the inside. No, you don't. Christian Lilly shuts the door. Brilliant to see the way that Christian Lilly has been transformed as a driver in the last couple of rounds. He has really made some big grounds on Oliver Gray, and now it's Gray who's having to play chase. Lilly knows where he is now. Look at him forcing him wide and then zooming back to the inside line. Christian Lilly defending valiantly here as Oliver Gray gets closer and closer. Brakes later, holds the energy round the outside, tries to get the undercut. Lilly parks the kart on the inside line. He's defending very early. There's still 2.5 minutes to go. Is Gray going to go right round the outside? No, Lilly holds the outside line, now tucks back for the switchback and gets through. Beautiful move there from Oliver Gray, and that is the kind of thing we've not really seen from him all year, because he's been a dominant force out front, and we've not really seen him in too many battles with other drivers, but now we've got a definite proof he can do that too. So Lilly, look at that, he's dropped back 4 or 5 kart lengths, and that's why I think Christian Lilly, I think he just went a little bit too early in going for Oliver Gray, because now Gray has got himself a bit of breathing space with under 2 minutes to go. I think Oliver Gray just won himself this race. So Ross is there in 7th position trying to keep up with Pilfold as the field goes through. Well, Lilly's trying to make up some ground. He's definitely decimated the gap again. I wonder, is Oliver Gray going to go defensive? Yes, he does as they go down Damon Hill. Further back, here's Ellis Stevens defending from Blanchard, and Kylan Ingram still in the fight. But Ella Stevens, she has really evolved over this year as a driver. Ella Stevens, at the start, there were a few moments where she was just getting a tiny bit ragged at times, but she was fourth at Teesside, don't forget, from the back of the grid. She did an absolutely cracking job there, and ever since that drive, she seems to be the real deal all the way through the season. If she keeps up this run of form, it would not surprise me in the slightest to see her return in 2017 and blitz the field. She could do that over a very constructive winter. Lots of testing mileage she could get in, and she could be the real deal in 2017. Not that she isn't now, but already there's a lot of ground to make up to these two up in front. So Gray and Lilly, under a minute to go. If Christian Lilly wants to take back this victory, he's going to have to overtake on the next lap, really. I think they'll just have enough time on the clock to get 2 laps in. So Lilly has not lost this race yet by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, if anything, he is lining himself up for the decisive move. Oliver Gray still holding the lead, but Lilly has got to take advantage of this. He's a little further back from Oliver Gray than he would like to be as they come out of the final turn and into the penultimate lap. They run out of time and then do 1 extra lap. That's how it works at Easykart, as it does with many other karting series. Now let's look back behind the leaders. There's the 6th place man, Milo Pilfold, a long way back to Louis Ross, and then Tom Harvey still leading the charge for 8th position. But is Lilly close enough to Oliver Gray? Well, he certainly is under braking, but I'm not sure he's going to get there in terms of overall pace. I think Gray's done enough. Is that Blanchard in 3rd? Yes, it is. Oscar Blanchard has got into 3rd position. Didn't see where he got past Stevens, but now the battle for 3rd position really raging between these three. As Oscar Blanchard, another one of the very impressive rookies in Easykart this year, has timed it to perfection. And as they go through the compression complex for the penultimate time, he is leaving Ellis Stevens to defend from Kylan Ingram. This is going very well indeed for Blanchard, although Stevens made a big bit of ground there on the run through Devil's Elbow. We're into the last lap in the cadets, and look at the gap the leaders have got. So Blanchard still 3rd, Stevens 4th, then it's Ingram, Milo Pilfold in 6th position. The rest of the field a long way back. Christian Lilly's set the fastest lap in this race, 49.5, and he's having a go. He's caught him right up. Oliver Gray's going to have to really work hard here. It's time to get those elbows out and make the back of the cart as wide as possible. Into the hairpin. Can he get this done? Christian Lilly swarming all over the place. I think he's too far back. He's going to have to do something very brave and very ambitious to get past Oliver Gray now. I think the E-plate has just about done enough here. Still battling away towards the tail end as well as we watch Jamie Gurney scrap away with Dylan Briley, the rookie. But it's this man at the front, Oliver Gray, who's going to get the job done. The E-plate takes the checkered flag once again, but what a magnificent job. Lilly in 2nd position. Who's going to be 3rd as they come through? It's Ellis Stevens. Ellis Stevens has got 3rd place back on the final lap. Brilliant work from her. And that puts Oscar Blanchard in 4th position, Kylan Ingram in 5th. Across the line, it's Milo Pilfold, but he's been given a 2-place penalty. So Louis Ross and George Whitehouse are promoted to 6th and 7th, with Pilfold in 8th. Tom Harvey wins that battle ahead of Dylan Reed, but Oliver Gray holds off from the pressure of Christian Lilly. The battle between these two getting better every weekend.
It was 2nd to Ella, so another win here today. So tell me about your day.
Qualified pole, which is good, and then won the heat by not a lot from Christian again, but then Christian caught me up in the final and we batted out for the most of the race, and Christian drove a really good final.
Yeah, absolutely. Christian won the pre-final, didn't he? Did he win the pre-final? No, you've won it. So it's 3 out of 3 today. Sorry, that's my mistake. So well done for winning 3 out of 3, just like our previous junior winner, Toby Goodman. But yeah, Christian certainly had the legs and put you under pressure. And I mean, did you feel the pressure, or did you feel comfortable at the front then?
I was feeling the pressure towards the end, but then when I got a bit of a gap on the last lap, I didn't have to defend for the last lap.
Absolutely, yeah, it did look comfortable for the last lap. And but where was it that Christian got you? Got you for a lap, didn't he?
He got me up in the spoon at the top.
Okay, and then you got him back.
Yeah, I got him up on the undercut out of the double left-hander.
That's right, down through the carousel. Well, listen, fantastic. Well done indeed. Now we're moving on to clay pigeon. Is that a circuit for you?
It's okay. I think I got 7th there last year, so hopefully I can do better this year.
Okay, yeah, but your form's improved since last year, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But you like the circuit though, yeah?
Yeah, it's a good circuit.
Fantastic. Well, listen, well done for winning the cadet class here at Glan Gors in the sunshine. You can go and celebrate with the family now. I understand you've got quite a few family here today. Have you got Nan and Grandad here?
Yeah.
Here they are, Nan and Grandad over there as well. So you've had a good support from family. Well done indeed. Fantastic. Well done.
Thank you.
Oliver Gray continuing his march to the title, but Christian Lilly has caught up with Milo Pilfold just 2 points back. Dylan Reed in 4th position, just in front of Louis Ross and Ellis Stevens. More action coming up in part 2 as we move on to the Easykart Juniors.